Greetings, everyone. This is Aurora, and I'm still doing some royal digging here on shows, investigating. And not only that, but it brings me a lot of happiness to watch my father's seed and how they got lost, basically. So you'll see the same streak of consciousness and behavioral intelligence from their shows here with like Lucifer, to how Harry behaves at times and the way he stares and glances and everything. Now it so is now apparent and clear and as a fact that it's their mother and their cult, Muhammad Nasrallah, who's Love Tabrawi, Magali Asaf, Lindsay Rogers, who set up the blind date between Meghan and Harry. To make parallels, with my situation, how I, at that level of its understanding, because it's the son of David Abbott Rogers who married me as, this like dove love thing, and had I stayed, I would have been cut. That's why I always leave. I leave everywhere and when I go. Because they set me up at all times. So the first, the double stab, that was another story. That was when I found out that they was be eating my shit behind my back. I was still a very young infant. I was barely even 1 year old, but I was a genius. I spoke in like fluent Hebrew and everything. And I found out through going down on my mother Mary that night that they were all consuming my feces. And behind my back, even though Nikki at that level was pretending she was my best sister and whatnot, she would eat my shit, transform to my form, and go say the same exact things I would say. Like I would go, and introduce, the energies of the time and myself as mother of all creation. He would exactly mimic the same thing I said behind my back with his man then. Today, Crystal Cordoba, Dina Tabrawi was a man called Russell Tabrawi. That was Nikki's man. So behind my back, Crystal pretended he was father, and Nikki that he was me. He would look like me. And when I found that out, I got deeply hurt at that level of my life. I was still really young and didn't know that Nikki could be that evil. But now I'm way tried and tested. Like now that I know that they all eat my shit, become my form, and go shoot, blow up malls, steal, ruin me, send letters with cocaine to the royals, send fucking threats and chop up their photographs, and they're disgusting. So it only got worse, because after Atene, when they double stabbed me, Dina Tabet and Janice Sarraf, who were boys at that level, who were Mel Tabrawi and Jean Tabrawi, they came and they stabbed me, and it's really painful still to get my spine to forget the mark of the indentation, and all my bullets and everything, it was all removed in the spaceship. William is a master, divinest of all beings. So I'm talking UFO. I'm not talking the Prince of Wales. I'm talking about an otherworldly being who doesn't have the ability to have skin and bones like us. He's not that type. Now, I am not fully human. I am William. I am that other being. I am Aurora. That's who we are. So love having, merged them. That's why Meghan's ring had love written on it at their engagement. So love is the force behind that. They'll manipulate people out of their divine self and get them back down to stick glue down original sin. Eve, baby, Eve, snake, original sins, lie, snake, lie, spider, disgusting, no, do not abide, that's what they are, that cult. So how it did it was first, Harry was already having issues in the royal castle when he found out that Charles is not his dad, because he came from extreme ego. He came from, I am an unbeatable royal, and I am the Palace of Windsor, and I am Kensington and Clarence, and this, that, and the other. And then next thing you know, he finds out, hey, I'm not the divine, I am not the royal lineage of these people. I am something else, but he judges my dad. You know, they all have this common thing. They think that he's the bad guy because, you know, because of many factors, because they don't understand his ingenuity, they don't understand his wit, they don't understand his divinity, they don't understand that if you remove his eyes and you put them in King Charles, he'll never become my father. That's something they don't understand. Just like they don't understand that if you remove my blue eyes, put them in amber now, and pretend with the cops that I did everything Amber did, it's still not the truth. And for Americans to be working on that agenda at that level is absolutely despicable. For me to even be involved, for me even to have to even be witnessing this disgusting defamation. But to understand the Mohammed people, that's the levels they are at. They didn't have my father. They didn't come from Mary. They stole my fingers, my vagina, my tampons, and my pee. They went to church and lied, said they were in my mother's uterus, which is a triple sin. It's anti-constitutional, anti-federal, anti-confederate, and it's anti-church. But every godforsaken day, ding fucking dog, fucking ding ding dog, for a godforsaken cop to come tell me that I did whatever the fuck they fucking did at that exact fucking church, which is disgusting of an insult to my fucking mother. And I refuse that fucking ordeal altogether. So you're afraid of me? You're afraid of my tenacity, of my truth, of my raw, unshakable truth? So you want to invent another story tonight? Or now? Go in the parking lot and shoot ass fucker? In my form, eat my shit? But they never learned. Why? Because the French came and they gave Dina Tabit at that level my vagina before giving it to Muhammad. So Dina Tabit now is a chimpanzee. Every time it becomes a chimpanzee, it breaks ass shit, it screams ass fucker, and they go, they caress it here in MUSC, and they start to make a fake file to pretend that it and Mayo's symptoms are mine at the same time. They are retards. Retards is what they are. Absolute, complete retards. So, they degraded the guy, and then in all his shows now his belief system is the family, and he wanted to please his grandmother Elizabeth, but his grandmother that's not his lineage. He's got nothing to do with Elizabeth. That's nothing to do with who he is. That's nothing to do. So he's on a total tangent. He's taking decisions to take the royal story left, right, or center, not even knowing or not even being his authentic self, playing me in a parallel game to try to mix and merge facts. But he allows, Meghan to be the worst nightmare when it takes my form, to torture the living shit out of him, to impregnate his consciousness, to, be used to the fact that maybe one day I'll be swiped away and taken out or something like that, for that form to remain. And then what do they know now what's going to happen later on? Keep collecting my shit, keep doing that. For what purpose? They're going to take my new midget retard form next time around? Because you don't know what's going to happen. When you troll me, you make me into an ugly troll and you eat my shit, you think you're going to look like this? No, you're not. So your whole cult is going to disintegrate. Have you even thought these thoughts? Have you thought that when you do these actions to me, and if you still take my pee, you might not vanish? If you do a major crime like you do all the time? I'm not sure what basis you're standing. You don't even have an exact science. You don't even know how I function. You don't know what's behind this being. You don't have my truth. You're not, and I don't want to be always, just harsh on these people, because to them, they are heroes. To them, they are doing this, like say now, I'm understanding more about their journey. Say when Stephen was only hanging out, say with Ken and Wes and all that level time, it was because Karen is best friends with Tracy, and she would imagine what she would feel if one day she found out that Tracy married whoever Karen likes behind Karen's back, and how that would affect her. And they tried to play every possible scenario at that level before they introduced to me the fact that no, it was Tracy's ring, not Crystal's, and that he married Mohammed, not Crystal. Because they open it all on Crystal to me, because Crystal at first played father. Crystal was playing father to Shafo, not to me. But because Crystal played father, then now they believe that he should be my parent in teaching me, you know, wherever to go, whatever dick to suck, whatever to do. So they went as far as, you know, say Crystal was the partner of Robai at some level for very many years. They were boyfriend and girlfriend. The Aaron believed, because he's with Crystal and they fuck every day and they eat each other's juice, they start to have the same belief system, that if they keep abusing and torturing the living shit out of me, I'm going to end up becoming a Robai's girlfriend like Cordoba. But I am not the same. I am taller, different shaped, different sized. I think different thoughts. I do not mingle with the same type of guy. But no, they want to force things onto me by force. Because they don't know anything else. They don't know anybody. It's not like they have like a super like advanced agency and like millions of profiles and stuff like that. No. It's just like whoever they dated, they'll program them with a spider. They'll bite them at night. They'll make them eat their shit and drink my pee. And then they'll do a couple spells on them and they'll convince them that if they keep doing that approach to me and keep texting me every time I'm about to post, calling me while I'm pressing post so that they post first and it shuts on my phone and it freezes. Like they all are so heavy, obnoxious people, and then they pretend that they like me so much, but they're full of hate. They're like, I'm sitting next to them, they start to look at me as if I'm not there, and they look to the side and they start to talk to their buddies like, yeah, of course, now you're gonna go in, oh, why are you wearing these nasty shorts today? And I'm in a skirt in his car. It's like, how do you want me to talk to like people who are like absolute lack of consideration, lack of everything? It's disturbingly disgusting, just like the cops. He'll come to me, talk to me like I did something I've never even heard of. But because the cops are like that, all of the citizens here believe that that is absolutely kosher to treat me like the fucking last thing that's ever been and never will be. Because I'm gonna die tomorrow because the cops gonna hurt me yesterday because I'm supposed to already be dead in Charles's house 40 fucking years ago. That's the thinking. Well, how do you want me to fucking feel? Why do you want me to say yes to any of this at night? Because I'm scared? I don't understand. I'm not going to become scared. You're not going to scare me. Just like when I was a child, you told me, do you understand me? Well, yes, I understand, and you killed me. Look what happened. This is a Roman creation.